Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share a flip through of my new personal journal that I've just finished. And just a quick note, if you like this journal, I've also made 6 more just like it, which are going to be available very soon. So I'll share those journals in a separate video, but keep an eye out for that because that will be very soon. So this journal measures about 7 by 9-ish inches, and this journal is sort of like a semi-soft cover. I've made the cover with craft text, which I painted, and I've just sort of layered and stitched and embossed different pieces of the craft text. So it's got different dimensions and different textures. Just give you a quick close-up look. The focal point on these journals are these little embossed sections in the center. So this one has the pretty flowers on it, and then I've added little pieces of vintage linens or embroidery on the covers. So here on the spine as well, there's a little piece of vintage embroidery, and then I've also embossed part of the craft text here, which I've stitched onto the cover to make it even more decorative along the spine. And then I've added my charms, just really simple understated charms this time. I think that complements these books really well. And there is the back. So just some different painting and distressing effects on the covers. So this journal and all of the journals that I made to go along with it were inspired by this big chunky journal here. I don't know if you guys remember, or maybe if you're new to my channel, but this is a journal that I made and used a while ago now, a couple of journals back. So on my channel I shared a video of this before I used it, and then I shared process videos, and then I shared a flip through, so you could really see the progression of this journal. And it started out looking something like this before I used it, and it ended up being this huge chunky ginormous heavy thing that it is now. And the reason I was able to chunk it up so much was because it had that sort of semi-soft cover, and so that kind of just has the flexibility to really bulk up and become like this round brick of a journal rather than becoming an alligator mouth journal. So I wanted to do another soft cover book this time, and believe it or not, these journals are actually about the same size. This one is also about 7 by 9. So it started out something like this, and then it ended up becoming huge. So that journal was kind of my inspiration for the collection. I really enjoyed also the creamy white cover and the soft colors on it. This one also had little patches of embroidery and fabric on it, which I really enjoyed. So I just kind of wanted to recreate that idea in a different way. So these ones are a little bit more understated. As you can tell, they're very soft and quite simple looking. There's not a whole lot of colors jumping out at you or anything like that. It's all about the textures and the soft distressed techniques. And then I've added a pop of fun things with the charms and also with the tabs. So you can see I've done all of these little vintage trim tabs, and they are stitched to the pages and they hang out just a little bit to give you that pop of colour and interest to the outside of the book. So on the inside of the cover I lined it with this pretty fabric, so that's on the back and the front, and then there are 7 signatures in this book. So I included a lot of pretty scrapbook papers, some of my favourite ones. And there's a lot of little pockets and things here and there. So I'm just going to flick through. There's some ledger paper, there's some music paper, this is some cream paper which I've embossed, and then this is a vintage linen. So here it's like a little flip out, and then there's some craft paper, and then on the back side, the other side of the linen is actually a pocket. So this one's a top loading pocket, and then there's another embossed page on that cream paper. There's a pocket there. I used lots of the garden party paper in this journal and in the other journals that I made at the same time. So there's lots of really pretty papers in here. I've also done a really subtle inking around every single page in every single book. So I think that just kind of adds a very subtle extra bit of dimension to the book. This is some vintage children's encyclopedia page and a side loading pocket there. Just really beautiful scrapbook papers, some vintage music paper, some more embossed cream paper, and some more music paper. And there's a little pocket there, more of that nice craft paper. Some more music paper. Love this paper here. So this is a pocket on this side and some vintage ledger paper and just some more beautiful scrapbook paper. So I didn't do any tea dyeing or anything in these books, but I still wanted the pages to, I didn't want them to look too plain. So all or almost all of the white sides of the scrapbook paper have some kind of interest stitched to them, so they're not just plain white. This is a page from this lovely book, which I'm sure you are all familiar with by now. So it's just a beautiful illustrated diary, and I've just included one page in the journal. Just some really fun, pretty papers to play with. I'm so excited to start journaling. I've been collecting all of my ephemera from the past few weeks to months, however long it's been since I finished my last journal. And I really am excited to do some catch-up journaling in here. So just really pretty, soft papers, lots of florals, and some little bits of texture added here and there to add some interest. And hopefully to invite some creativity when filling it up. So that is my book. I'm so excited to start using it. And as I said, I have made 6 others available for sale. So I'm going to talk about them in another video, so keep an eye out for that video, but I'll just give you a very quick glimpse at what they look like. They all have different embroidery on the spine. They all have a different embossed pattern on the focal point of the journal. They all have different linen patches as well. They all have these beautiful fabric tabs, and they all have the beautiful selection of papers inside, lots of beautiful floral papers, and there's some different fabric inside these covers to line them. So there's a little bit of variation between each book. They are all unique, but they're all made the same way. So this video will give you a very good idea of what to expect inside these journals because they're made the exact same way as my own. In the video flip through, I'll just go into all the details of the sale and I'll give you a quick little overview of each book. Keep an eye out for that because it will be up very soon. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this little flip through. I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.